Alright guys, yes, your boy Jackify is out of bronze and I'm officially silver. This is not my official rank. I'm actually silver 3 at the moment. I don't know why it is showing silver 4, but that's fine. We have been on a crazy climb, finally out of bronze. I used to stream League quite a lot, and a lot of people used to give me quite a bit of shit about how bad I am. I know silver is still not a very high rank, but we did get out of bronze, and it is thanks to our friend Heimerdinger. Let's have a look. In the last 17 days, we did have a little bit of a Morgana win streak here, which a lot of people have seen me play. But Heimerdinger is something a little bit new to me, something I've been playing a lot more this season. Look at these wins. Look at these wins here. Absolutely climbing on the Heimerdinger here. So in the last 17 days, I've played 57 games, and I'm 43 and 14. 43 wins, 14 losses. So that's a 75% win rate, which is impressive. Now, let's get into the Rift and have a look how I'm sort of playing Heimerdinger. I don't think this would work at all in a high elo, but against these bronze bums, I've found a lot of success. So, pretty much, early game, pretty basic, your typical Heimerdinger sort of game. You kind of always just go into lane, put 2 turrets here. Early, so then my turrets refresh kind of thing. Let me just move my camera, sorry. So yeah, you put the 2 turrets down, use 2 of your turret tokens or whatever they're called, then they refresh up to 3 by the time you get back to lane. I put 1 down at leash, go back to lane, and it's just a basic laning phase really. I wouldn't say it's anything that impressive. You know, some comps are hard to play into, but as Heimerdinger, it's quite easy laning phase. Especially with a Caitlyn or an Ezreal, you're just going to poke them out like crazy. Like, if they ever come up to try and hit my turrets, I can hit them with my W. Caitlyn can auto them. It's kind of just very hard for them to do anything. Even to gank, if my ADC really is in tune with how to play with the Heimerdinger and actually fights inside my turret range, it's actually very difficult for ganks to be successful. They might like kill both of these, but you might get a 2 for 2. You might even get all 3 of them. It's just most of the time the jungler just won't even come. They know that it's a Heimerdinger and they won't even gank. You know, you might get a Kayn ganking. What other junglers do you usually see ganking a Heim? I don't know. I don't get ganked very often on Heim. So that is one good thing playing a Heimerdinger. But yeah, very basic early stage of the game. Nothing really that drastic. I do always try to keep 2 turrets in my inventory at all times. I think back here we can see there's a little poke. Maybe we missed it. But yeah, just a basic laning phase. Oh yeah, I think it's here. So yeah, always keep 2 turrets in my thing. So yeah, if I hit the stun, you know, we can do maximum damage. Put 2 turrets down. Get a lot of poke on Lux there. Just simple stuff. It's not any advanced play. But where I really find my success is at the objective. So here we have Dragon coming up soon. You know, even like I almost like to start drag as it comes up, as long as your jungler's around and you just spam ping it. I like to get jungle like done as quickly as possible. Like, you know, then you you want to have vision. So you know, I'm setting up wards here. Hecarim's coming down. Like, they've got their whole team up right now, but we've got lane prio. If my turrets are down, like, they can't really... Like, they can poke at us, but they can't really dive onto drag and have any sort of success. They might steal the drag still. Like, Evelyn could come over here and steal drag, but she's probably going to die because they're going to be in my turrets. It's just too much damage output early into the game. I just find a lot of success with drag as long as everyone's on the same page. Now, right now, in a lot of my games, I would be pinging Herald with my jungler. See, right now, where I'm running up mid, and look at this. Boom. Hit it. And now their mid lane is going to be even more behind. So another thing, a lot of people probably would be like, I shouldn't be roaming, blah, blah, blah. It probably wouldn't work in high elo. But I find, especially when I'm playing with like a Caitlyn or an Ezreal, they can really hold their own in lane. Like obviously she's getting a lane shoved here, which isn't the best. She's just missed 2 CS there. But my you'll see later in the game, my Kate is always up so many levels because she's getting so much solo XP because I'm going to objectives, I'm getting vision in the jungle, I'm going mid and helping. So, you know, I'm always way behind in levels, always. That's why I try to, like in my Heim games, if you look through my match history, a lot of the games are really short because teams either FF or we just dominate the early game because we get both drags and both heralds. So we're obviously going to be like really ahead. So the games are finishing early, so it doesn't really matter that I'm that behind in levels. And because if the game does go longer, we've got more objectives than them anyway, so we've kind of got the advantage in that point as well. But most of my games don't really go that long. A lot of my games are finishing quick in the last 2 weeks, but playing Heim, just because we get every objective, and it's just it's a big advantage. So right now, I would sometimes, I probably would have gone Herald, like reviewing this game, probably after drag, but I didn't have much mana. I would have actually liked to, after drag, when I recalled, get, you know, a pink ward and go to Herald with my jungler. But I think we probably lose Herald here. Yeah, see, they get Herald, which doesn't really happen in a lot of my games. Most of my games, I'm getting both Heralds. But this one, I went back to the bot lane, which is fine, because my Caitlyn's... let's have a look. Yeah, she's up 13 CS, so... I don't know if anything interesting happens here. I think this is just a basic... just typical poking and laning phase. Another thing is you can really control this. If you're this side, you can really control this bush as Heim. Because look, they have to come up and go into your turret range to clear any of your wards. If you like, you can literally camp. If you have a pink, you can camp this bush, put your turrets down. If Lux creeps up, you hit her with your E. And then, yeah, this bush is very easy to control in Heim. Even over the wall, you can put a turret down and annoy them. It's very hard for them to get vision in this. Something I've been doing a lot more lately is just getting vision of this, control of that bush a lot. Having pink wards there all the time so that my jungler can gank like as much as possible. But yeah, not a lot happening here, but as you'll see, coming up, we'll just skip to drag. Drag's coming up soon. We've got vision here, like we've got vision everywhere, right? We're doing real well in the vision department. Getting a control ward there. Like I said. And look, yeah, like I said, bang. I've got control of this, got a good poke on Tristana. They just can't get vision of this bush. But yeah, now as a good... See, yeah, my jungler's spam pinging dragon, which is exactly what we want. Get it done early. They've got 2 dead at the moment, so it's good for us. See, I usually have an overlay on, so I can see like the timer of when the next objective is coming up. So I'm like always looking. If there's like 40 seconds left at Herald and I'm bot lane, I'm running up or I'm recalling and running there. Another thing I do a lot actually is I get a lot of scuttle crabs, especially in the late game. Sometimes if like there's not much, like there's no objectives up for 2 minutes and I'm not really doing a lot, I feel like I'm not very good at late game in Heim. So usually I'm kind of just getting vision control of around the objectives, getting scuttle crabs, stuff like that. I'm not really that good late game with Heim. I do die a lot if going into the right comps. Because I am still silver. I'm still shit at the game. But yeah, as you've seen there, just a nice little... Got vision control of this bush. Lux tried to come up and get control back of the bush. And I hit the E, get the kill. Easy days. And there we go again. Just more poke. Like, Caitlyn just complements Heim so well. Kate's such a good ADC to play with. Usually I don't like playing with Ezreals, but I have been enjoying it lately. Just because they can kind of solo farm lane a bit more. So right now, I'm probably going top, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm probably going back buying a pink ward because I forgot. Now let's have a look how much our Kate is up. Kate's up 2 kills, 2 assists, nearly 30 CS, so well ahead. And she's level 9. Triss is level 7. So, but you can see here I'm behind levels because I'm roaming a little bit more. But this is kind of what most of my games are looking like, except for a lot at the moment. I'm going for first Herald, especially if my ADC shit. If my ADC is good, I'm more prone to staying in lane, to really get them fed. But if I'm like fuck this ADC, or if we're getting like dominated, like I've had so many games where, like we're getting destroyed in bot lane, and I just leave lane and just help my jungler get big. But whereas back when I used to play Morgana, it was just like constant shit. Like if I was doing bad early in the bot lane, the whole game was going to be horrible. Whereas on Hive, I feel like I can turn the game around by like going to objectives, leaving for Herald. So as you can see, look at all this vision control, and we just start up Herald. Like a lot of the time, I end up soloing the Herald, the second Herald. The jungler's going around, especially for a head. The jungler's usually running around, ganking, doing whatever the jungler does, and I usually just solo the Herald myself. I've even soloed like the first Herald a few times. See, right now we're getting pushed up mid, which isn't the best, but we've got Herald. We'll get the gank. Let's have a look what happens here. Ult E. Yep, Ult E. We hit both of them. And just with like, once I have my my scepter. Whoops, sorry. Once I have my what's it called? Crystal scepter. It's kind of just like constant, like it's just constant CC on the enemies, and it's just easy to, you know, in that sort of situation. Some champs it doesn't really do a lot too, but right there it was good. But yeah, again, let's have a look like when drag actually comes up. Look, we're getting control. Very basic stuff, but it's kind of like the whole point is like for you to initiate it. Even late game, I'm always like typing in chat. Even like when the like Baron first comes up, I'm always typing like Baz question mark, Baz question mark. I'm always asking like Baron, Baron, Baron. Like I'm always down to start Baron, always. Always have vision around it. And it's not like any of my, like, I haven't hit any, like, crazy, you know, micro skills here. I'm not, you know, it's really just putting down turrets and putting down wards. That's really all I'm doing with Heim. You know, obviously, like, knowing when to ult your E and stuff is, like, the more advanced stuff, but I kind of just, like, late game, I'm always pretty much ult-ing or ult turreting. I'm not really ever ult W. I'm always usually, if it's an objective, I'm usually always, if we're the ones at the objective farming the objective, I'm always ult turreting. But if we're trying to steal, like, an objective, like a Baron or a Dragon, I usually ult E. So then my team can engage a bit more. But yeah, probably not a lot more happens this game. Let's have a look when Baron goes up. We'll go back a bit. So we'll actually have a look. See, look, this is the first Baron. It's just spawning and we're here already. They've got... Oh, that's our vision. Never mind. And we're starting Baron, which I love. Chuck the turrets down. Sometimes I ult turret here just to get the damage output, like, to kill it quickly. Yeah, see, I've put it here. Plus it's tanky and does good damage. Now I'm pushing up here, getting some vision. That's the thing, my turrets can be here doing damage while I'm, you know, going around getting vision. It's literally just been me and Hecarim killing this drag. Like, the rest of the team just hasn't even been here. So, pretty good. Looks like there's a bit of fight here. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm dead. I don't even know what happened there. Anyway, more fighting. Drags up. We don't have a bunch of vision. But still control. Whoops. Just a nice little fight. Kind of looks like we lose this. Oh, no. Even my turrets there were providing so much CS. I mean CC, not CS. Another thing with Heim is you do not have to hit people. Like, if you're, like, shooting your W, which is like the rockets. I think that's W. Yeah, it's W. Wait, let me think. Q is turrets. W is, yeah, it's W. If you're shooting your W, you only have to hit the enemy with one of your like, rockets. You don't have to aim all your rockets at the one enemy. If you just hit them with one, it will do the same damage if you hit them with, like, all of them. So you should always spread it and try hit as many enemies as you can with your rockets. If that makes sense. Like, this is probably... How many kills have I got here? I'm 4, 3, and 9. Which is a pretty standard game. Like, a lot of my stats aren't really that good. Like, I'm not getting that many kills or assists. Whereas if I just stayed bot lane and really got my ADC big, I probably would. But I feel like getting the objective just helps every other lane so much. And getting my ADC solo XP is kind of huge as well. So other than that, I think we pretty much win here. This stage of the game is really good with Heim as well, because you're kind of just putting turrets down, constantly putting CC on the enemy. I get killed, but... I think we lose Baz here. But again, got a lot of turrets down. See, we just had every objective. The only thing we've missed was, she stole, but, you know, we're still there. The only thing we missed was first Herald, and obviously that Baz, but... That's just unlucky. And Evelyn died anyway, and we're about to end, so... Yeah, that's kind of basically the play. It's kind of just... Poking early, try get, you know, you probably... You can't really control how good your ADC is, it's not really up to you. But you kind of just... Yeah, try not get ganked early, because you're Heim. And just get like, I just always am, like, straight onto the objectives. That's kind of my play. As soon as the objective is up, I really want to try and start them. I kind of get annoyed at my jungler when they're kind of just, like, pissing around farming, like, the enemy camps or whatever. Sometimes it's just, like, be within the vicinity of any camp. So if I'm there, you can at least come and help a little bit. Or, you know, hit it with the smite if the enemy jungler comes or whatever. But it's pretty basic, just... That's how I got out of silver. And... Like, a lot of my wins here aren't really... That's pretty, you know, 8 deaths there. Like, I do die a lot. Some of these games are decent. But you can tell they're all pretty quick. Let's have a look. 32 minutes is, 26, 24, 30, 22, 21, that's a loss. 20, 28, 14, 40, that's a longer one. 41 on Lux, 27. I feel like under 30 is like is a pretty quick game. It felt like I climbed, like, really quick. It felt like I was just smashing out these Heim games. But yeah, a lot of these stats aren't really that impressive. Like, I'm not really carrying my team. I'm kind of just, like, setting the tone for the team and getting a lot of lanes ahead. Because think about it. If I leave lane and get to a Herald, right? And we get Herald, like, if we get first Herald, I'm leaving lane, my bot lane, my ADC is getting solo XP. My jungler's getting, we're getting Herald gold. Then... They're going to drop Herald somewhere and get plates on a turret. So either the mid laner, top laner are probably going to get that Herald. Sometimes bot lane. And they're going to get the gold from those plates. So it's kind of just getting those objectives, kind of getting everyone ahead. But yeah, that's how I climbed. It was a little bit of Morgana, but I found Heim way more consistent. And that's kind of why I've just been smashing Heim a lot lately. He very rarely gets banned. I think he got banned on this one for some reason, which I was surprised. But, yeah, we're silver now. Let me get my blitz up because we are not... That is not my rank. Yeah, here's my rank. Silver 3, 92 LP. So we're nearly Silver 2. We've been on the absolute climb since hitting Silver. But that's pretty much all, guys. I'm sure a lot of people were interested to see a gaming video. It's been a while, and a lot of people used to pay me out about being bronze. So now you can all get fucked, because now I'm silver.